to make my way up here on top of this mountain isn't easy. Looks like there are other people having trouble finding the way too. Or it was just that this truck was too big. I don't think this place is even on the backpacker trail, but let's hope that it's not as busy up there as the other place, and also not as, can't believe I'm saying this, commercialized. Destroyed by. I have high expectations for this place though, so let's see. That is always the problem with having expectations. You can only be disappointed. Gorges de Galamus is what I'm looking for. So this is the Pyrenees. You can see snow there in the distance, at least I can. And to think that up until yesterday I did not even know about these roads. Didn't even know it was possible to drive here. Still a little stop here. See what this is about. Yeah, perfect. There we go. Oh, you can even go down here. Well, gonna have to investigate that. So making my way down here because I could hear a waterfall from up there. And you know what that means? Wow, this is even more reckless than yesterday at the cliff. You know, I think I started my celebrations too early there. There's the water, but the road doesn't go down there. It goes to this house over here. So let's check that out at least. But I've trekked, you know, halfway down here. Royally disappointed. Working up a sweat. I guess I could still try and get down there. I don't even know if it's possible. If something happens, then it's, you know, nobody will find me because it's closed. Forbidden descent. Just to show you how steep this is. This is pretty reckless. But you guys are used to me being reckless. Almost made it. Look at that. Oh my god. This is so beautiful. What happened when you go off the beaten path? I think I'm gonna brave it. I'm gonna swim. Hurry a little there so people don't see me up there. It's kind of cold. Beautiful. Yeah. So how cold is it here? Well, let's see. It's cold, but it's fun. There's only me here. Of course, going up will be another story. I wouldn't want something to happen down here. There we go. Well, you could say that this was worth the drive here. Getting down here from the parking lot took about 20 minutes. So that's where I came down. We'll see how I'm going to come up again. I don't really care about that now that I'm down here. Now this last little stretch that enabled me to go down and swim did have a no-go sign which said that it was illegal to come down here. Hence my worry of being seen from above. Look at this. It's a little slippery here, so I'm gonna make my way back now. Oh wow, was this worth it? I think it's time for a last swim and then go to the mountain top. Let's go the same way we came. Bet you didn't expect to run into a Viking. Seriously cold. And now we gotta go up there. Perfect. Woo! I did it. Now the real fun begins, going back up. Again, probably doesn't look very steep on video. Making our way up to a little house here. This house carved out in the side of the mountain here turned out to be a church. This church was literally carved out in the mountainside and was surrounded by a little cave system and some stairs that lead further up the mountain. This view gets me every time. That's where my bike is. Up there, other side. So I gotta go down, down and up. I'm back up on top. It was quite a trek, I can assure you. But it was worth it. I'm gonna continue up the mountains. Let's see what treasures are hiding up there. This is still the same valley that I was swimming in. I was swimming down there. This is inside the monastery I was at. Now me reckons the road is going to be pretty scenic on from here. I've never really seen nature like this spectacular, not even in Norway, driving around the mountains there. Just go slow. Wow, there's so many lookouts that I wanna... But I have a lot to cover. Because I'm kind of in the wrong lane. I would like to be there to kind of look down. Something else. I don't want to go too fast around here. Let's check this place out. Pretty spectacular. Well, makes me want to go down here too, but I'm not eager on that trek back up again. Alright, let's try and find the safest route down, which is here. And we're down. Back to relative safety. Damn, I would love to just swim all along this river, make my way through this gorge. Hey, come to Papa. Riding the clutch. You guys complain about me riding the clutch. It's my clutch. And I'll ride it whenever I want. And now I want. Riding without gloves. When you're used to riding with gloves, it feels like I'm driving naked, and it's not a good feeling. I'm a little lost. Let's figure this out. So we're going here to Kiribati. Fuck it. So I think I'm closing in. I think it's the one up there on the hill, if you can see it. The first one. 3 kilometers to the top, it says. 2 kilometers left. We're really getting up there now. Should be the last stretch. You can see up here on the hill, that's it. You can see it's quite high up. A little cold too. Whoa, look at that. How's that for an authentic castle experience? I'm royally excited now. Perfect. Quite a trek. The very invention of these hilltop castles are credited to the Franks. Check it out. The advantage of building these castles on top of these mountains. And there it is. That's what we came for. Were that an attacker couldn't deploy siege weapons. It was also impossible to scale these mountains, nonetheless the walls of the castle built on top of them. Real ruins, not restored. I like that. Genuine, medieval, 900-year-old stones. This particular castle, which I am not even gonna attempt to pronounce, has been occupied from the start of the 1st century BC. The castle only came into French hands in the year 1240. In 1542, it was conquered. Authentic and run down, and I like it. Let's peek out the window. That's where we're going. Let's do it. Why not? As soon as I realized that it was kind of a free-for-all up here, I wanted to go to the highest, most reckless point of the structure. So, what you're about to see was me searching for that point. All right. Now we're talking. Over there. That's the other one we're going to. If they don't close first. Let's hope they don't. Famous shot. Going all the way, aren't we? Yeah, we're talking. Look at that. Wow. Gotta keep your balance there. Go all the way up there, actually. The castle stands on top of an 800-meter mountain. Let's continue. All the way. So I kind of climbed up here thinking it would lead me up there, but I was wrong. So I think I'm gonna have to backtrack, try and walk around. But you see, not easy to backtrack where I came from. But it's doable. It's doable. Knew there should be an easier path. Almost there. Almost there. Building one of these hilltop castles would deploy thousands of people. Again, imagine building this thing. And involve over 100 different crafts. Anything from carpentry to masons. Living conditions in these hilltop castles weren't exactly lavish. Here used to be a chapel. Water could be difficult here unless there was a well, and I don't see any wells around here on this hilltop. Similarly, transporting food and animals and any kind of goods up here was a logistical nightmare. It's quite a trek up. It's the motorbike down there. So the reason that these castles even exist is that France and Spain, they share a border here in the Pyrenees, and they used to fight back and forth with this territory, and this is one of 5 major castles, the other one over there. That was their defense strategy against the Spaniards back in the day. Of course, then they became, warfare technology made them obsolete, and then they kind of fell into disrepair, and then they look like what you see now, but still very, very impressive. As with so many castles in France, it became deserted after the French Revolution, and it was sold in the year 1820 to the state. Well, nature at its most spectacular. Soon as the sun goes down in these parts of Europe, it really becomes chilly. So, just want to enjoy the drive. This is the opportune moment to do some selfie driving down the hill. Eye on me. Yeah, that's the worry when you do selfie driving. Butจะไปไหนครับ เป็นคนไทยใช่ไหม
มาจากอุดรเหรอนมหล่อมาถ่ายเลย
โอ้ปากหวาน
มาจากที่ไหนขอนแก่นมาไปขอนแก่นมันไม่ได้วิว
ไม่มีวิว อยากชมวิวด้วย
อยากชมวิวด้วย
Funny, it's the second time I ran into Thai people today. Now we're talking. Tape still rolling. Let's check this out. Yeah, this is more fun going this way.